Mike Harmon's team pulled over for driving an Xfinity car on the street with 3 people inside. And there's a picture on Twitter out there if you want to find it, and it's quite hilarious.
It's a ride-along program.
I mean, this was my leading up until Friday. This was my leading for What an Idiot. But one thing that I don't
Were they going
understand,
to Applebee's?
Yeah.
Apparently they were going to the dyno
lunch
or something.
Yeah, they just loaded everyone in.
Here's what I don't understand about this, and maybe I'm just looking into it too much, but does anybody in the world have more legal troubles than them backmarker like Norm Benning gets something stolen every other week. Jennifer Jo Cobb got a hauler stolen, I think, one time, or Harmon stole her. I don't know. But I feel like the only time these guys are in the news is with something's going on. Something got stolen or they're getting pulled over for driving down the road with 3 guys in a race car.
Do you think she was watching him and be like,
Yeah, she called the cops.
I'd like to report.
What's that video game with hookers and drugs?
Grand
Vice
Theft
City
Grand Theft
or
Auto.
It's like Grand Theft Auto's going on back there in the lower part of the points.
I don't know how far he was driving. Does anybody know how far it was?
I don't know where their shop is.
This isn't.
He's going to Applebee's, I'm telling you, in Mooresville.
Apparently they were driving from the shop to the dyno or something, which I don't know how far
so
it
you
is.
think Mike Harmon's dynoing cars now?
That's where they were going. I don't know why.
They dyno their cars.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So it says their race shop, and this may not be correct, is in Denver.
It is in
Colorado?
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where is there
they
a
buy the old
dyno in
furniture road?
Denver?
I'm sure there's a race shop out near that way that has something. Because there's no way you drive from Denver to Mooresville in a race car. There's no way you do that.
They're coming over here down Mazeppa.
What do you think
Look.
the cop said, sir? Hell, you don't have a registration
They were
for
on
this
Highway
thing. What do I need to see
16.
from you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's the main road in Denver.
That's the main road.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent to 150 in Mooresville.
Right, yeah.
I'm guessing he wasn't going more than a mile or two, but
Here's what we know he wasn't doing. He wasn't speeding.
That's a safe bet. Well, no, that's not a safe bet because there's nobody in our sport. He don't drive anymore, thank God. But Mike Harmon could be 700 laps down, and what's the next thing you're going to hear?
Speeding up around
74, too fast down pit road.
Well, they don't have the equipment to get a good reading, and you don't get a good reading back there with the pace car.
Him and Denny Hamlin are tied for the lead in most speeding penalties in the sport, I think.
Oh, my gosh. Mike, keep fighting a good fight, bud.
Yeah, keep these headlines coming.
Keep staying in the news.
Try 150 next week. Jason's priorities are this: the Dale Jr. download with Dilner, because he's like the shadow for Dilner, and then
He's like
it's
the donkey to Shrek. For
Exactly.
Sure. That's exactly how that works.
Dilner
like
turns
it's
around,
Dilner's
like, hey,
Shrek.
donkey. And Jason's like, hey, what do you think about this, Dilner? Hey, what do you think about this?
Somebody once told me that Jason's gonna go work on the Dale Jr. download. 'Cause Dilner's looking kinda dumb with a finger and a thumb pointing at a map of a lost track. Well, the pods start coming and they don't stop coming. Spotters to the roof and hit the ground running. Didn't make sense just to work for one. Jason's brain was smart, but his head was dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with DBC? You'll never know if you go. Woo! You'll always be a donkey. Woo! Hey now, Jason, drink a White Claw. Schultz. Hey now, Jason, got a message for you. Get out of Dilner's ass. Only DBC breaks the mold.
This is the best song ever.
We are sending this person some.
Yeah.
Jason, get their information.
She has an incredible voice,
my
too.
gosh. That might have been the best one. That's the best song that we've
Peyton,
ever had.
can
I've
you-
had some good songs sang about me, but holy cow.
That was a lot of work.
That was really
No,
good.
Peyton, can you do our new intro song
Yeah.
too?
Oh my. That might just be just make that our new intro song.
Peyton, can you please tweet me?
you are
Yeah.
amazing.
Like-
Thank you.
Get out of Dill.
I'm
I'm gonna sing that all day.
I'm expecting a song every week at this point.
Nah, this one's good for
Oh,
a year.
you can't beat that. I don't know if you can
Yeah.
beat that. It's like you can't
Get
remake.
out of
can't remake a
Dillner.
classic.
That's all I hear.
What's up, Freddie Kraft? Not 100% sober. We're recording an hour earlier. This is why I'm extra drunk.
Ready?
No. How'd that work out for you? Congratulations. I think we've all been in a situation when your hose is not long enough. So, whoever decided we should try to race on Saturday was probably an idiot. I'm an idiot because I stayed out too late last night.
So
Is my chair shrinking?
Maybe we should do some.
Turning him around with 100 laps to go. TJ,
Never Joey Logano's
Never Joey Logano's.
I'm sure Jason will
My
have a video
microphone's
for
high.
Oh my
I
god.
think I'm moving.
it does. You're definitely moving. Something's moving.
you.
I got a slow leak.
I don't know.
You're fing crazy.
When the 50s are hit.
Oh, boy.
Well,
He's the best.
for not choosing his.
No, in my head, I'm so smart, TJ. You don't understand. I use the data.
Don't make
Yeah,
anybody.
he makes himself look like an idiot.
You are making some friends this episode.
I don't give a
Spot on, spot off, Kyle Busch.
Spot on.
Spot
on.
On. Kyle Busch.
100% spot on. I mean, this guy is one of the best racers ever, in my opinion. I mean, you're talking about what, Jason? 222 wins across the 3 national series?
I think it's 400.
400? It seems like 400.
Put your visor down.
What? You look good. I like your helmet.
Kyle Busch is the biggest sweetheart on the radio. Kyle Busch says so many nice things about how lap cars always race him. He's always praising his team and how great his race cars are. He graded his season yesterday, even after not making a championship race, as an A+. His interviews lately have been literally the sweetest. They unify people. I think this guy should run for president in 3
I'll
years.
tell you what the smartest thing Kyle Busch did in his career was. He hired me to spot for his truck team in 2014, I think.
Look at Brett's face in that helmet.
I can't breathe.
I was
right
going to say,
now.
Brett can't breathe. His face is red.
I think Kyle's got a skinnier face than I do.
Listen, man, the guy's great. I mean, the stat line proves it. It is what it is. You can't argue with the fact that Kyle Busch is one of the best ever. M&M's is one of the best sponsors ever. We're just lucky to have Kyle.
I've listened to this show for a long time. If there weren't cameras in here already, I would kind of think this was a hidden camera prank or something. I'm not sure what's happening here. On the show sheet where all the sponsors are, they give you a packet, and M&M's is not a sponsor, so that's not it. I don't know what's happening here.
We're just
Up and up, Jeff.
We're just huge Kyle Busch fans, especially TJ. TJ's a big fan. But listen,
I will never eat another M&M my entire life.
We love the guy. We can't get enough Kyle Busch on here.
You were complete opposite last week.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
That's great. I love it.
I will say from a media standpoint, I'm spot on for Kyle Busch because he gives us a lot of content, and that's what we're looking for. I mean, I'd rather have Kyle Busch than some boring drivers. I know people don't like him. Certainly, he's going to get in trouble and probably already has for saying the R word. Can't do that. But he also had some interesting comments about your guy. Wanted to beat the shit out of him. Sorry, Jason.
Do you think that Kyle Busch could beat up Brad Keselowski?
I don't think either one of them should fight. To be honest with you, and I know Brad well, and Brad probably doesn't need to fight. And I've never seen Kyle fight, but I don't think Kyle needs to fight either, honestly.
I've seen Kyle. Kyle punched Joey Logano. I was right there videoing it.
Yeah. But my favorite part of, I don't know if we're going to cover this. We can talk about it now. The best part, obviously, Kyle, the word he used was something he shouldn't have said, and he'll probably pay for that. But my favorite part of the Kyle Busch interview that I saw, there's a couple of them, but my favorite part of the interview was Jeff saying, "Hey, if you're going to go down there and punch him, let me know so I can video."
I know.
Think I'm to smile.
Or who was interviewing? Was it Jordan or
We were all standing there. Yeah,
I don't know who was doing the interview,
Yeah.
but I heard somebody say, Kyle said, "I'm gonna go down there and beat his ass," and somebody said, "Well, why don't you?" Or something.
Dustin Long said, "Well, Matt Crafton said you guys should go beat each other's ass." So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, why don't you? Mr. Congeniality, Kyle Busch, ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen.
love him, great guy. Glad to have him.
He parked his car. There was so much traffic yesterday. He had to park his car like a mile from the track, and like on the side of the road. And then he had to run. He said he ran on the railroad tracks, like a mile run into the track to get there in time for his sponsor stuff. I mean,
dedication.
What an idiot.
That's dedication. No, that's
No
dedication.
kidding.
That's dedication. Smile Busch, folks. The guy's one of the nicest guys out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, splendid guy.
Look, man, nobody's ever made our show 2 weeks in a row. You made our show the first week with your tweet where we thought, the three of us said point blank, Mike Joey is sending out this tweet about Noah Gragson, and you said you weren't. And then last year, we disagreed with you again. We said, no, you're not. Freddie actually said you were full of which I thought your tweet there was awesome, where you said it's not very often that I get handed a statement that I'm full of. So, Freddie, congratulations on winning that contest. But in 140 characters, it's a lot. It's difficult, Mike, to sum up kind of what you're thinking. Tell us ultimately what you were talking about with that tweet, where you essentially said our sport's always had funded drivers. It's always had daddy's money. But you weren't, quote, talking just about Noah.
No, I wasn't. And I really think that's an important distinction. So this whole tweet, and I don't often call people out on Twitter or groups of people, but this goes back 1, maybe 2 years, seeing the actions of young people coming into the top levels of this sport, and they are prepared to race at that level. They have the talent, they have the skills, they have the experience. They're ready to race. Their attitude is not prepared to race at this level and to be a star of the sport. And I kept seeing just more and more instances of young funded drivers just not behaving well. And I don't mean being vanilla, because I like Rocky Road, okay? I'm not for vanilla, but I want these fellows coming into the sport and girls to appreciate what it's taken to get all of us here, this entire sport. I remember waking up on a creeper in a cold garage with a wrench in my hand and banging my head on the crossmember, falling asleep, working on the race car, trying to get it ready for that weekend. You know, it's a common thread, but it's not a common thread anymore. So this season, a couple of instances happened. Ty Gibbs at Daytona made some comments post-race that were just really pretty inappropriate. And he apologized for them the week later. Noah went and did the same thing. So in putting out that tweet, the first thing, and what really triggered it, was I listened to David Starr's interview on Sirius XM radio. David is, let's say, he's in the twilight of his driving career, but he has a great respect for how this sport was built, what it takes to make it, and most importantly, how hard his guys work, to get his car, his truck to the racetrack every week and get it on track and get it competitive. He certainly didn't appreciate those comments, but not for him. He said he was upset for his crew and how hard they work. And that really tipped it. So my first post was congratulating David Starr for his attitude and for his interview and for putting that into perspective. And I started the next tweet, as you said, by saying, we've always had funded drivers. You go back to Marty Robbins. You go back to, there's a lot of fellows that we can name that came into the sport with a checkbook or with a sponsor or with somebody else's money or family money to find out if they had any talent. And money will get you a good ride. It'll get you a really good ride, but it won't get you in the winner's circle. That takes a lot of talent. Noah Gragson has a lot of talent, but he peppers his interviews, including yesterday, with things that just don't need to be there. So that's why I tweeted what I tweeted, and I did not ascribe it to any one driver.
So where I came from last week was, there's no such thing as a wrong opinion. People don't understand that on Twitter. You can post your opinion, and then we're going to talk about it. And obviously, we've got to be on both sides of it. This being in the business you're in, you've got to have the devil's advocate. We're going to talk about it to bring attention to our show, just like you're going to talk about it, bring attention to your stuff. And my full of comment came from, it's not about Noah, which it is about Noah. It's about Noah and encompassing many other people. I'm glad you brought up Ty Gibbs, because that was going to be my example too, especially the Daytona interview. And he had an interview last year, I think at Phoenix, that was really similar. Sam Mayer's another guy that's had some questionable interviews. But like the series of events, the David Starr tweet, 8 minutes later, this tweet, it was at least inspired by Noah. In that situation, I felt like, and that was kind of where I was coming from with it might not be directly about Noah, but it is definitely directly related to Noah.
Sure it was. But as I said, Freddie, I wasn't calling out any one driver.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. I think we all.
There's plenty to go around.
Mike, we appreciate you coming on, giving your viewpoint. For what it's worth, I think Freddie's full of shit, so I think the score's 1-1.
I'm always full of This was the first time I thought Mike was.
All right. So, like I asked in that tweet, are you sorry or am I full of it?
I'm up. You're still full of it, but I'm sorry I said it.
I'll take it. I'll take it, and I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Our presenting sponsor was nice enough to drop off this.
Poor shot. Don't just keep sipping on the bottle over there. Ain't like an Easter egg.
They put the bottle on the wrong
You
side of the table.
Sit on it long enough, it'll get hot.
Yeah, I'm going to send this over to the professionals here. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, it is nice and cold.
Good. I don't like hot Fireball.
That's good because it's hot in here.
Yeah.
That's what's funny is like yesterday, Freddie made some barbecue on his brand new Pit Boss grill, and we had some.
You put it together?
Yep.
We had some slaw,
Finally.
and we had some barbecue sauce, and it was an amazing sandwich. And I tweeted a picture of it, and all these people started making fun of my Michelob Ultra that I'm drinking. They don't realize that we've had Fireball and Don Julio and Patron and everything else to go with it.
All your
Half
best
these clowns
friends.
that are tweeting to me would be puking before halftime if they try to hang out with us. But whatever. Cheers.
Ew. Vomit.
Good old days.
Cheers.
All right.
What was the deal with?
But he was actually out on pit road waiting for Dale Jr. to finish his interviews.
I mean, no, this was just telling how he actually feels.
Yeah.
Speaking of shots, Freddie is now grabbing the Fireball.
Casey, this is spot on.
Yeah, I mean, I like Richmond a lot because all it was.
Robbie did or Dale Jr.?
And pace car's in, and you know where the pace car kind of pulls in at Dover. It's a little. It's
Because I made the mistake of retweeting you because
Finish
you're
it.
disgusting.
Oh my gosh!
Time for
Why don't you
the-
finish it here on Door Bumper Clear? Being more express cash offer. It's the best.
What's your excuse? We drank a
I don't
bottle of
know.
Fireball.
Jason, do you know how to do that?
I hope Jason hits himself in the face with it.
Dilner's like, what?
Way to Jason. Dilner, are you? What's wrong with yours, Dilner? Yours won't shoot off.
Dilner can't get his gun off.
Oh, there we go. And Dilner's joined the party.
Congratulations. The Pedialyte is really for me because I'm hoping you sober up during the show.
Who's gonna clean that mess up? We know Casey ain't good at that.
Nope.
Look at this cool ass hat I got you for winning.
I appreciate it.
Number one.
Yeah, you have to.
And welcome to the Bojangles studio with this winner.
Yeah, so a wise man once told me you can't be hungover and drunk at the same time. So
I think that was me.
yeah, I'm sure somebody smarter than you told you
He
though.
said wise man.
So let's just get the party back started again, I guess.
Party hasn't
Hey,
stopped.
cheers. This is the first
Cheers.
time I've seen Freddie. I called him as soon as they called the race,
I
but it's
know.
the first time I've actually
Trying to drive to
seen
the
him.
garage, Brett's got me crying. Almost ran over like 6 pedestrians trying to get to the infield. But yeah, I mean, obviously unbelievable. We'll talk about it all show. But
Hi, Uncle Freddie, it's Bodie.
Freddie, it's your favorite sister here.
My man, Freddie. Can't believe it, dude. I'm so proud of you.
Congratulations, Freddie, Bubba, and the entire team.
Freddie, you cheater.
Hi, Freddie.
Congratulations.
Hell yeah. Winner, McDonald's dinner. My good friend, effing Freddie, is finally, and I do mean finally, a winner at the cup level.
Congratulations, Freddie.
I think all those hours that you directed me to close restaurants in Pennsylvania led you up to this moment. Congrats, man.
What's up, guys? It's John Kraft. Just wanted to say congrats to my brother Freddie, Bubba, the entire 2311 team. We all knew this day would come. It was only a matter of time.
Hey, Fred, it's Dad. Just calling to congratulate you guys on that big win.
Team Villain, Team Hero here. Just sending you a message to congratulate you and your team on your first win in the Cup Series.
Hey, Freddie, congrats on your first Cup win. It's a pretty big deal.
Congratulations, Freddie and Bubba, on your win at Talladega. I can't explain how proud of you I am, and I know this is a dream come true for you, but it's also a dream come true for all of us who love you.
Hey babe, Moses and I just wanted to say congratulations on your win.
Congratulations, come a long way from River Road Raceway.
Congratulations, buddy. You did a hell of a job wheeling that thing from the spotter stand yesterday.
Just want to congratulate you and Bubba and the 2311 team on the win. I'm so happy for you guys and for all of the fans to finally get that win.
Hey, remember back in 2004 at Lee Speedway? Who knew way back then that one day you would be a winning spotter in the Cup Series? Certainly not the 8X team.
I mean, all it took was having me on DBC last week to make it happen. I think now we can get Brett to realize that you are not the liability that we all know. I mean, that we all thought you were, and actually let you work the Xfinity races next year, too.
It's about time you won a race. I was pulling for you.
We are so very proud of you.
A job very well done.
We would say we can't wait to celebrate with you, but I think we're a little too late for that.
But to get that first win at Talladega and right in front of TJ, that's pretty much a dream. Doesn't get much sweeter than that.
Super proud of you guys. Congrats on your first win. I know what this means to you, and
Freddie, congratulations. Isn't it wonderful if you open your eyes while you're spotting? Look what happens. You win a race. Congratulations.
Grandpa blew it.
Say you're not sober enough and you can't make it there or to Martinsville. You can let your good-looking wife spot for me at Martinsville. I'm sure she'd yell at me less and be a lot nicer to me.
I'm just happy now that my Sundays are going to be a little bit more freed up since you're never going to let me watch another Cup race again.
Well, seriously, though, I'm extremely happy for everyone at 2311 Racing, but I'm especially happy for my good friend, Effin' Freddie.
Also, shout out to me making it to work this morning. That's pretty impressive in its own right.
It was impressive.
And on to the Roval. Good chance at back-to-back wins, I think. Bubba really excels at road courses, so let's get it done.
We love you and we are so proud of you. Congratulations.
Well earned, well deserved. Congrats, my friend. Holla.
Can't wait to celebrate when we get to see you. Thanks for solidifying that I will always be Freddie Kraft's little sister. Love you.
But we love you and we're so proud of you.
I'm so proud of you, and you have showed me that dreams really do come true. Once again, I must say, Mom doesn't always know best. Love you.
Congratulations, and I'm so proud of you, Fred. What excitement when that announcement came that Bubba won the Cup race. I can imagine how you both felt. A dream come true. History was made. Love you and proud of you, Grandma.
That's awesome.
You guys are all. Everyone is.
What were Kyle Busch's words yesterday?
I don't know.
Oh, somebody terrible. That would be. If you match with somebody in Martinsville, you should leave.
You ever have the Dutch flu?
Yes.
Yes.
You ever have the Dutch flu?
The Dutch was before you, Jeff.
Hey, so
Yes.
I edit my own podcast
Yeah.
on the teardown, and so when you just said that word just now, I had to look over at Jason because I wanted to see how he handles it.
He writes.
He scribbles it down.
The poor guy, he's got to have carpal
This is the
tunnel.
advantage of being here. I was like, I get to see behind the scenes of how the bleep comes
Oh,
to, like,
yeah.
you know.
It, they cuts. I mean, you'd be like, and he just cuts it right out.
See, now
It's easy.
Oh my God, the poor guy. This stresses me out as a podcast
Look at him.
editor.
Look like Denny.
See, so here's the difference.
You just got the Denny double bird.
Show comes out at 5:30. There wasn't a lot of cussing. Show comes out at 8. There was a lot of cussing.
Yeah,
We'll
we
take
could just
a
be like,
Those
picture of
bleeps are not
the
like super easy to put in.
Length of his, you can see. I mean, he already has half a page. So
so it's really good if you just throw little ones in there like they do all the time. You'll be like, yeah, you know, this cat him, and then he has to do like all these little edits and stuff. It takes forever, like never does it.
God.
You've said more F words this show.
I
already.
honestly feel
Come
bad
on.
for him at this point.
I know my job is to like keep the show going, but just seeing Jason's face right now, I got
Hey, he's a hack.
Yeah. Okay, Doug.
Jeff, you have brought out the best in TJ. He's not been this lively ever.
I know.
Well, I like.
Holy, they're all 1 point away from each other. Like I'm in. Well, now I'm a little free. I'm wheel hopping. Whatever. Brake checking is the dumbest you could do on the racetrack.
Finale. He's going to miss the final race. That's a huge move. Massive move in a whole different way.
If
You know what I mean?
Denny.
Yeah, you're making Jason right.
Sorry, I didn't know that was one of the words.
Xfinity Championship, and we caught Ryan Preece, and Ryan Preece raced like a selfish.
I mean, spot off. I can't believe you wrecked my boss. What
It's because I remember Dale Jr. said, and he got fined a bunch of money.
Let's just have a 12-car race then. Because
But I think that's where intent matters.
just stop talking. Stop saying dumb on the radio.
These guys are always in the back, and if you're always going to be in the back, then go play that game in the back.
Of course, it's a lie.
Thank you.
Are you sure? See
Well,
what
let's
happened. What happened?
Get into it. Let's
What
just,
happened?
let's just wear Spencer Boyd out right now. I don't even know
I'm
who
sorry,
to wear
Jason.
out.
I didn't even
Sorry,
see it, so
Jason.
I don't know.
I mean, this was going to come up eventually. Well, then, so now we have a restart, and he ruins Harrison Burton's night, essentially. You know,
Ruined it.
whoever, you know.
Once again, the integrity of the
He
playoffs.
never got back up there after that.
No, he
You know,
ruined his night.
Yeah.
Well, then everybody lines up on the bottom, so we're going to gain 4 rows by going to the top. I'm like,
I take the top. and
you
deal
got to
with
take it.
So funny in there.
Nothing. Keep
just,
going.
Just me probably dropping F-bombs one after another.
You're not going to get it doing stupid stuff.
How
like
many
that.
spots were you going to gain by restarting in front of the whole field when they're a half a second faster than you are? I don't understand it.
Well, let me provide you some counter arguments to this because I got plenty after I tweeted criticism of them because
here
the
we go.
the Jimmy means
you got the steering wheel. Turn the mother down pit road and get tires, or I'm not leaving until, or at least go to the back.
This is hard.
Jeff, spot on, spot off.
Jeff makes us all swear.
Anything else happen in Indy last weekend?
Indy? Oh, yeah. You guys, another congratulations
Hey, this
is
is a
in
big
order.
week. It's a big week.
TJ and Freddie, you went a whole week
Nope.
without getting called to the NASCAR hauler
I'm out. I'm
because
leaving.
of this podcast.
Cut this out.
You cut this out, Jason.
You make it sound like just me and TJ got called to the hauler.
Coming from the guy that if I start talking, kick me, the guy that never shut up.
Yeah, if I start talking, you hit me. I'm like, well, okay, I'm not. Just go ahead, Brett, whatever you need.
Well, first of all, I didn't know they were being serious when they called us to the hauler, and you
So-
both know that.
So tell us a little bit about that part.
What part?
When you found out that there was a meeting, what was your...
Well, obviously, we're very opinionated on this show.
Mhm.
Well, 2 of us are. We're very candid on this show. 2 of us are. We like to have fun on this show. All 4 of us do. 5 of us count Jason, 6 counting Alex. But so when I got this email that we were required to come to the NASCAR hauler for a meeting, and at the time that meeting was being scheduled, I thought it was like literally they listened to a segment on the show and they found some humor in it. Well, let me tell you something. They didn't think it was funny.
He texted me. He's like, "Are they serious?" I said, "Yeah, they're pretty serious."
And I had already replied thinking they were kidding. So that probably made it worse.
And I don't think they weren't. I mean, they were probably a little angry, but I think it was just a good meeting for us to all sit down and kind of hash out both sides of they think we're idiots and
we are.
We question some of the stuff they do.
Mainly just you guys.
I'm sorry, they think me and Brett are idiots.
Yeah, thank you.
Now
you don't have to cut
They
it
know
out.
TJ's one. But you know, and a lot of good came from. Listen, we talked about this on our show last week a little bit, and kind of went back, and we didn't want to go into too much detail about it, and so we cut it out last week. So that's what we're going to talk about this week. We didn't want to. We had heard that TJ was going to have a meeting that next day, so we didn't want to have that play into it at all. So we wanted to make sure that we just cut it out and we could talk about it this week now that we know that it had nothing to do with TJ's meeting. But yeah, I thought a lot of good came out of it. We've got communications contacts now to where we can present both sides of the argument like before, and I think that's all they really wanted. You know, they wanted the opportunity for us to just not come on here and bash them and them not have an opportunity to respond. So last week you guys heard me reference in the spot on, spot off section multiple times about this is what NASCAR said, and this is where they were at on this. So, and that was just from me texting directly back and forth with some of the NASCAR comms people on Sunday night. So, like I said, they presented their side. We kind of presented our side. I would imagine that's probably not the last time we're going to get called in there. I think Davis was wondering if that's maybe the first time any podcast has been invited to the principal's office. But I think a lot of good came out of it, and it'll improve our show going forward.
I think so too. And look, man, the irony of it is we're sitting in there having this meeting talking about our podcast and things we say on it as it relates to the NASCAR industry. And then, in my opinion, Sunday, which was a phenomenal race, by the way, the very next day, it couldn't have been any crazier. We got safety trucks on the track there in qualifying. We got curbs blowing up. We got cars blowing up. Like, it looks like we got grenades out there we're dropping on cars. Like, it just couldn't have been any crazier. So I think, you know, probably in hindsight, as they go back and they debrief to go over their races, which Kip came on here and told us they do every week, like they had to go through that race thinking, holy cow, guys, we missed some things here, right? But we have the freedoms, obviously, to come on here and be very candid with you guys and honest with you guys and give you our opinions. And at no point am I trying to make any of that personal as it pertains to NASCAR or NASCAR officials or anybody that wears that bar? Because I know how hard all those guys work to make it, to make the sport what it is. Now, there are some things that I say about other people on this show outside of the NASCAR bar world that I hope they do take it personal. But like Freddie said, I think it's a good thing. They were so happy that TJ showed up. They actually gave him some NASCAR apparel to wear onto the show from now on, so that he can.
Well, we talked and we wanted to sit you guys down.
Well, no, it's great. We're out of jail, Jason. I guess is the long story
Congratulations.
short.
We've got the DBC Year-End Awards. So to present the 2021 DBC Awards, we're going to welcome a special guest presenter.
Oh, the boss man's
the boss is here.
The senior vice president.
We must be doing really good these days. Davis wants to come on DBC.
Executive director.
I was like, they kicked me out of the chair for Davis?
I'm just here to help you get your ratings up.
I think you're here to help get your ratings up.
My ratings are just fine. I've sold y'all as a big deal, and now I'm starting to get worried. After a couple of years,
I was worried after the first
week. I'm
week.
afraid I've started to lie to people. I'm like, no, really, fans love them. Or no, really, NASCAR digs this podcast.
They call meetings with us. They love us so much.
I mean, they want to talk to us. I mean, face to face.
Hey, Schultz. I'd do that on our show, but Dale would lose it, and I'd be out of a job.
It works well. I did it last week. People
I
love
saw
it.
it.
Like, you, Jason.
Oh, here we go.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is. It's awesome.
Very liberating.
I got some awards for you. Hey, you know what? I wanted to see how long it'll take to let this podcast go out. All right, I'm serious. I'm just kidding, Jason.
All right, start your part.
No, you weren't. You've been planning that all morning.
Are you still going to be able to fill in for Casey all the times that she misses?
She was late today, right? So
I don't care. She can be late. She's fine.
Did you hear that?
She can
Did
be
you
late
hear
and
that?
still be the most dependable person at this table.
I've missed one show all year.
Is that right?
Congratulations.
That is true.
Physically missed, but not mentally. Half of them you weren't here for.
You haven't been present for a lot of shows, DJ.
Let Mike in here.
There were weeks I didn't even know you were here. Anytime there was a Joey Logano controversy on the track, I pretty much knew TJ wasn't going to be speaking up.
Speaking up, speaking period at all.
Right. Yep. The Off-Base Award as the most likely to be completely wrong.
TJ and Kyle Larson.
Probably TJ.
Okay, let's have a discussion here.
No.
You say TJ. Hannah says TJ.
I say Brett because Brett's opinions are they're about 20% of the time they're right, and the 80% of the time they're completely wrong.
Well, an opinion isn't right or wrong, is it? An opinion's an opinion.
He's wrong again.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know,
Do we have to go? Do we need to keep debating who wins
I don't
this?
think we got to go any further.
Congratulations, TJ. You just proved why you're the Off-Base Award.
That's the Kyle Larson Award, so just go ahead and put that in there.
Congratulations.
Yes.
The Delicate Daisy Award as most likely to dish it but not take it.
Oh, Brett. Oh, hell no.
The blocking king of the Twitter.
There's a vote for TJ. There's a vote for Brett.
I'm going to vote for Freddie.
It's a unanimous.
It's unanimously Brett.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations.
The Delicate
Brett
Daisy.
Griffin is the Delicate Daisy
I'm going to
Award.
call you Delicate Daisy from
of all
now
the
on.
things.
I would have called you something else, but they wouldn't let me. They ran it by HR. It wasn't Daisy.
I'm HR Dream, Mike. I don't know what you mean.
Your dream.
Yeah.
The Pucker Up Award
Oh,
as the most likely to kiss ass.
you can win more than one award, TJ?
Are you kidding me?
I would imagine.
Have you not seen Freddie's lips?
Freddie does kiss Denny's ass a lot.
No.
Okay, so are you voting for Freddie on this?
100%.
Okay, and then somebody's voting for TJ.
I'm voting for Freddie.
You
I've
changed
my
your
mind.
vote.
Yeah, he has changed my mind.
It's
Okay.
100% Freddie.
Hannah,
It's Freddie.
you think it's Freddie?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
Jason, do you want to jump in?
TJ, because he's only kissed Penske's ass for the last 3 years.
Okay. Well, then I'll change mine to
I'm
Jason.
a swing vote. I'm back to TJ.
I'm actually going to get off. I'm actually leaving Freddie now, and I'm going to go to Jason because there's nothing but red lip prints on Dilner's ass from Jason.
There was even a song about that.
We got a song about that.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, the winner goes to Freddie Kraft. Hey, look, he started it. He went ahead and put his hand out. He knew he was getting. However, I will tell you that the fans said it's not because of you kissing Denny's ass. It's because you kissing Brett's ass.
Brett's ass.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
I know. So congratulations.
They are
Freddie.
not accustomed to our private conversations, apparently.
What is the story that has not been told on the podcast that keeps coming up and from Columbia?
Hey, we can't tell that.
Not a chance we're telling that one.
Yeah.
That has to be saved for the
Christmas.
the series finale of
This is the freaking series.
No.
You think you got another season?
Series.
Oh, Mr. Confident over there thinks he's got 4 years of this thing left. Dude, let me save you a little suspicion here. It's a week-to-week basis with you sons of I promise you that. Don't ever think you got it next year. God, any day this boat is going to sink to the bottom.
Oh, wait,
and you're going to bring us all down with you.
Well, if we told that story, it'd be the way on the way down.
Why do you got to bring a boat into it? Why you got to bring a boat up? Really?
It's a good point.
We got to talk about boats again.
That's the funniest you ever said on here.
That is funny. You had to wait until the last one.
Okay.
Just do it. Just turn it
Turn
up.
it up.
TJ.
Turn it up.
Turn it up. Well, thank you. Hannah, you want your seat back? Because I've spent way more
You've
time
had
with these than I would
I'll take
want
it
to.
back.